Let us continue atomic structure numericals. We will take a numerical with what velocity should an alpha particle travel towards the molecule of a copper atom, towards the nucleus of copper atom, so as to arrive at a distance 10 power minus 13 centimeter, 10 power minus 13 centimeter from the nucleus of the copper atom, Okay. Now you see that with what velocity should an alpha particle travel towards the nucleus of the copper atom so as to arrive at a distance of 10 power minus 13 centimeter from the nucleus of the copper atom cell. Now we can say this alpha particle is a dipositive helium nucleus. Alpha particle is a dipositive helium nucleus, copper atom nucleus. Okay, now two nucleus we will consider it. Now it is one nucleus. It is containing 2 protons of He2 plus. It is another nucleus. It is containing 29 protons of copper atom. Now distance between these two atoms from here, this center point to this center point, this distance is how much? Means 10 to the power of minus 13 centimeter. Now to come to this distance, this alpha particle is traveling with a certain velocity. So this alpha particle will take, it will move with a certain velocity. It is moving with a certain velocity towards copper nucleus. When it comes at 10 power minus 13 centimeter from the copper nucleus, its velocity, it is coming towards up to this distance. In the sense 10 power minus 13 centimeter from the nucleus of the copper atom, in the sense at this distance, this alpha particle and copper, where they will be present at that time. What is the velocity of this alpha particle? Okay, now we will take nucleus radius is 10 to the power of minus 13 centimeter. Atom radius is 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. Nucleus radius generally 10 power minus 13 centimeter. Here distance is 10 power minus 13 centimeter, means this nucleus is in contact with this nucleus. When it is in contact with this nucleus, actually what will happen? Repulsion will be possible. Repulsion is possible in the sense this alpha particle will deviate and will go away. Otherwise it has to return. Otherwise it has to stop its motion. Like this possibility is there. Now which possibility we have to take? It will stop its motion at this distance we will take, or it returns back. Shall we take it? Returns back, shall we take, or shall we consider it is a deviating? Shall we consider? So regarding that, in the sense, one possibility we can consider that it stops. We can consider it is stopping in the sense that means just it is in contact with the copper nucleus. At that time only distance between these two will be 10 power minus 13 centimeter, we can say. Set. So just it is in contact. Just it is in contact means at that time its velocity is how much, in the sense velocity is 0. Velocity is 0 in the sense velocity is 0. That meaning is what? It is not moving. It is not moving, we can say. It is not moving in the sense why it is not moving? Because its kinetic energy is equal to opposite force, opposite energy of copper nucleus, opposite energy between copper nucleus and helium nucleus. Okay, so that the kinetic energy of this one is nothing but what, in the sense opposite force given by this, opposite force given by this. Sorry, opposite force given by this means repulsive force between these two. Repulsive force between these two, in the sense that value is how much? Repulsive force. That repulsive force is directly proportional to charge of one body into charge of another body by distance between them square. So that repulsive force is equal to what, in the sense Q1. Q1 is the sense charge of one body. Charge of one body means charge of nucleus. Charge of nucleus of helium. Helium in the sense that is 2e. And charge Q2 in the sense charge of another body, that means copper nucleus. Copper nucleus contains 29 protons by distance between them. Now we want to convert this into energy. It is converting this into energy in the sense here equal to this we have said, therefore constant K we have written. Energy in the sense force into displacement, therefore this force we will write F, this K, this 2 into 29, this 2 into 29, then this E into E square by distance between them into displacement R. Energy means force into displacement. R are getting cancelled, therefore we can say K into 2 into 29 into E square by R. Okay, this is what, in the sense opposite energy, repulsive force energy. Repulsive force energy is equal to what, in the sense kinetic energy. Therefore it stops its motion. That's what we can say. It stops its motion because of repulsion. Sorry. Therefore kinetic energy of this alpha particle is equal to opposite force, opposite energy. Therefore this energy is equal to kinetic energy, we can say. So kinetic energy is equal to K into 2 into 29 into E square by R. So kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So we will write this half. M is called mass of alpha particle. Mass of alpha particle means its mass number is 4 AMU. 4, we can say that its mass number is 4 gram atomic mass, in the sense 4 gram. Gram atomic mass in the sense 4 gram. That we will convert into kilogram. Therefore 10 power minus 3 we will write. Now it is kilogram. Okay. Then we have substituted what, in the sense here M in the sense mass. Mass of what? Alpha particle. Mass of how many alpha particles? One particle only, no? So one particle means 4 AMU only we have to take, isn't it? So 4 AMU we have to take, in the sense we have to take 4 AMU. So 4 AMU we have to convert into gram. So that we have to multiply with 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 gram. We are converting this into kilogram like this. Kilogram. Now into velocity square is equal to this K we have to substitute. K is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. That is K. This 2 into 29. 2 into 29 we have written. Next we will write this E square. E square is called a charge. Charge is 1.60 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb square. Next by R. R is given, radius is given, that is 10 power minus 13 centimeter, therefore 10 power minus 15 meter. From on simplifying this we can get what, in the sense velocity we can get it. So we can calculate velocity. The velocity is the velocity value is 6.3 into 10 to the power of 6 meter per second. 6.3 into 10 to the power of 6 meter per second is the velocity. Okay. Next question. We'll go to next question. Which one of the following sets of quantum numbers represent impossible arrangement? Sir. Now, which is not possible? Which is not possible? That is the question. Sir. First option. We'll see. Now, N, L, M, and S. 4 quantum numbers. First set of quantum numbers is 3, 2, minus 2, 1 by 2. It is one set of quantum numbers. Second set of quantum numbers 4, 0, 0, minus 1 by 2. Sorry, plus 1 by 2 will take. Third set of quantum numbers 3, 2, minus 3, 1 by 2. Fourth set of quantum numbers 5, 3, 0, minus 1 by 2. It is 4 set of quantum numbers given which is impossible they are asking, which is not possible. Set. Now first we'll take principal quantum number. We'll take principal quantum number starts from 1 and goes to 3, like this it goes till infinity. It will take only positive integer. Set. Next azimuthal quantum number will take azimuthal quantum number starts at 0 and goes as 1, 2, like this it will go till n minus 1. Next magnetic quantum number, that is equal to minus L, 0, plus L. Spin quantum number, you know, plus of minus of. Okay, so now we'll take this L is maximum value of L is n minus 1. Therefore how L and n should be there in the sense L is always less than n. L cannot be equal to n. L is always less than n. Azimuthal quantum number is always less than principal quantum number. Then magnetic quantum number, if we take this magnetic quantum number is equal to azimuthal quantum number in magnitude, otherwise less than azimuthal quantum number. Greater than azimuthal quantum number not possible. Magnetic quantum number is equal to azimuthal quantum number in terms of magnitude or less than but not greater. Sir, now we will see azimuthal first option. Azimuthal quantum number is less than principal quantum number. Okay, magnetic quantum number is equal to azimuthal quantum number. Okay, in magnitude. Okay, therefore first option is correct option. Second option will take azimuthal quantum number is less than principal quantum number. Okay, correct. Magnetic quantum number is equal to azimuthal quantum number, therefore correct. Okay, third option. Azimuthal quantum number is less than principal quantum number, therefore correct. Magnetic quantum number is greater than azimuthal quantum number in terms of magnitude, therefore it is incorrect. This is incorrect statement. It is incorrect option. Then fourth option will see azimuthal quantum number is less than principal quantum number, therefore correct. Magnetic quantum number is less than azimuthal quantum number, therefore correct. Spin quantum number means plus or minus of, therefore fourth option is a correct set of quantum numbers. In the third option, incorrect set. Why? Because magnetic quantum number is greater than azimuthal quantum number in terms of magnitude. That is impossible. So how the quantum number should be there in the sense azimuthal quantum number should be less than principal quantum number. Then magnetic quantum number is equal to azimuthal quantum number or less than azimuthal quantum number in terms of magnitude. Okay, therefore third option is incorrect. Why? Because magnetic quantum number is greater than azimuthal quantum number in terms of magnitude, therefore third option is incorrect set of quantum numbers. Sorry. Let us go to the next question. The hydrogen-like species Li2 plus. The hydrogen-like species Li2 plus is in a spherically symmetric state. Is in a spherically symmetric state. Is in a spherically symmetric state S1 with one radial node. S1 with one radial node. with one radial node. Upon absorbing light, the ion undergoes transition. The ion undergoes a transition to a state S2. The state S2 has one radial node and its energy is equal to ground state energy of the hydrogen atom. So here three questions are there. First subdivision. First question is the state S1 is okay. 4 options. First option 1s, second option 2s, third option 2p, fourth option 3s. Okay. Next question. Energy of the state S1. In units of the hydrogen atom. Ground state energy is first option 0.75, second option 1.5, third option 2.25, fourth option 4.3. Third subdivision. The orbital angular momentum quantum number of the state S2. The orbital angular momentum quantum number of the state S2 is 0, 1, 2, 3. So like this given. Now first statement you see, that in the first statement what is given means Li2 plus species spherically symmetric means s orbital. Spherically symmetric in the sense s orbital. Having one radial node in the sense that is 2s. Because 1s no radial node, 2s one radial node. 2s is having one radial node, we can say. 2s is having one radial node. 3s is having two radial nodes. 4s is having three radial nodes. Therefore, this is B. 2s. Because spherically symmetric means s orbital. One radial node means 2s. Therefore, 2s we can say. Okay. So S1 state is 2s. Upon absorbing light, the ion undergoes transition to a state S2. So it is absorbing energy and going to which state in the sense state S2 it is going. State S2 in the sense no doubt it is at 2s. This one is 2s, we came to know it. It is 2s. So state S2 means it can go to 3s or 3p or 3d like this. The state S2 has one radial node. One radial node is there and its energy equal to ground state energy of hydrogen atom. Its energy is equal to ground state energy of hydrogen atom. Therefore, we will calculate energy. Then we will find it. What is the principal quantum number of this S2? We will find it. Seriya? Okay. Now first we will calculate energy of hydrogen. Energy of hydrogen is equal to minus 13.6 into Z square by M square electron volt per atom. It is general formula. Z is equal to 1 for hydrogen. N is equal to 1 because ground state. Therefore, energy of hydrogen in ground state Energy of hydrogen in ground state is equal to minus 13.6 electron volts. So next, now energy of ground state energy of hydrogen atom, we know that minus 13.6 into electron volt. Now the state S2 has one radial node and its energy is equal to ground state energy of hydrogen atom. So this state S2 has how much energy means ground state energy of hydrogen atom. So now state S2. Now energy is equal to what is the formula means minus 13.6 into Z square by N square electron volt per atom. Here given is Li2 plus means Z is equal to 3. So this energy is equal to this much energy they said. So minus 13.6 equal to minus 13.6. Z square is equal to 3 square by N square. Therefore, what is the N value means 3. N is equal to how much means 3. N is equal to 3 in the sense what is you see that here N is equal to how much means N is equal to 3. And it is having one radial node. One radial node in the sense, what is this orbital? This orbital is 3s. This orbital is what in the sense 3s orbital we can say. So now we will see the orbital angular momentum quantum number state S2 is orbital angular momentum in the sense azimuthal quantum number. So azimuthal quantum number for state S2. S2 is what 3s. For s orbital what is azimuthal quantum number? 0. For s orbital azimuthal quantum number is for s orbital. For s orbital what is the azimuthal quantum number we have to see. Now okay, here another thing is there, the state S2 has one radial node. One radial node in the sense it is not 3s. 3s is having two radial nodes. Therefore, it is how much means one radial node in the sense it is 3p. It is what in the sense it is 3p. So p orbital means azimuthal quantum number is not 0. Azimuthal quantum number is how much in the sense 1. Azimuthal quantum number is 1 for this. Sorry, okay. Next, we have to find energy of state S1 in units of hydrogen atom. Energy of state S1 in units of hydrogen atom. Okay, ground state energies. Hydrogen atom ground state energies. Okay, energy of state S1. S1 is what means 2s. S1 is 2s. That energy we will find it. Okay. Now Li2 plus 2s. So energy is equal to what in the sense minus 13.6 into Z square. Z square means lithium. Z value is 3. Okay. N square means N is equal to 2. Principal quantum number is 2. Therefore 2 square. So minus 13.6 means energy of hydrogen in ground state. So energy of hydrogen in ground state into 9 by 4. So 9 by 4 in the sense we can say 2.25 energy of hydrogen. So 2.25 units of hydrogen in the ground state. 2.25 units of hydrogen in the ground state we can say. Therefore 2.25. Okay. Let us go to the next question. In an atom, the total number of electrons having quantum numbers n is equal to 4. Here modulus ml is equal to 1 and ms is equal to minus 1 by 2 is okay. In an atom, the total number of electrons having quantum numbers, having quantum numbers also. Now we will see n is equal to 4. N is equal to 4 in the sense we can say 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f. Like this we can take. So s is having only one orbital. For that, azimuthal quantum number is 0, magnetic quantum number is 0. P orbital in the sense azimuthal quantum number is 1, magnetic quantum number is how much means minus 1, 0, comma plus 1. For d orbital, azimuthal quantum number is 2, therefore magnetic quantum number is minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. For f orbital, azimuthal quantum number is 3, so magnetic quantum number is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, and plus 3. And plus 3. Okay. Now they are saying that what they are saying here in the sense the principal quantum number is completed. Now see, it is called magnetic quantum number. Modulus of magnetic quantum number is 1. So modulus of magnetic quantum number is 1 in the sense which orbitals we have to take? This we have to consider. Next to this we have to consider. Modulus of magnetic quantum number is 1. Therefore, m can be minus 1 or plus 1. Okay. Therefore, these two orbitals we have to consider here. In this d, we have to consider this minus 1 and this plus 1. In this f, we have to consider this minus 1 and this plus 1 we have to consider. Okay. So, rounded off orbitals. So, in the rounded off means how many orbitals in the sense 6 orbitals. Rounded off in the sense 6 orbitals we got. In the 6 orbitals, each orbital can take maximum 2 electrons. One is clockwise, another one is anti-clockwise. They are saying that now anti-clockwise, they are saying anti-clockwise means 6 electrons possible. So here we got 6 electrons. Okay. We'll go to the next question. The atomic masses of helium and neon. Atomic mass of helium is equal to 4 AMU and neon is equal to 20 AMU. Atomic masses given. The value of the de Broglie's wavelength. De Broglie's wavelength. De Broglie's wavelength. De Broglie's wavelength of the gas at minus 73 degrees Celsius. Of the gas at minus 73 degrees Celsius is m times that of is capital M times that of m times that of de Broglie wavelength of neon. De Broglie wavelength of neon at 727 degrees Celsius. At 727 degrees Celsius. Therefore, m is how much? Sorry. Here, de Broglie wavelength of helium. De Broglie wavelength of what means some gas. And de Broglie wavelength of neon. Sorry. De Broglie wavelength means what is the formula? Lambda is equal to h by mv. M is called mass, v is called velocity. That means we want to know about what in the sense velocity we want to know it. Then only we can say regarding this value, this wavelength we can say. So we want velocity. Velocity in the sense we will take kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is equal to 3 by 2 nRT. Kinetic energy of the gas is equal to 3 by 2 nRT. Now we will take unknown gas. So for unknown gas we will write 3 by 2 we will write n is equal to number of moles is not given. Therefore we will consider as 1 mole we will consider for both. 1 mole we will consider, otherwise 1 molecule we will consider for both. That's all. Okay. So 1 molecule we consider better. We will consider 1 molecule we will consider. So 1 molecule. 1 molecule if you consider in the place of R you have to write Kb, Boltzmann constant. temperature is minus 73 degrees Celsius for unknown gas. So minus 73 plus 273, therefore 200 Kelvin we can write. So here 200 Kelvin. So from this we can get kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Half mv square is equal to what means 3 by 2. 3 by 2 this kb into t. So this mass we will substitute 1 by 2 into mass of this unknown gas. Mass of this unknown gas we want. Mass of this unknown gas. Mass of this unknown gas in the sense which gas it is. This is unknown gas or what? No, it is not unknown gas. It is what is meant by helium gas. It is helium gas. Therefore helium gas, therefore mass is known. So we have to remove this unknown. We have to write helium. We have to write helium gas. So mass of helium gas is how much given in the sense 4 AMU given. So 4 AMU will write into velocity is v square. Velocity is v square is equal to 3 by 2 into kb into 200. From this what we can get means velocity of helium gas we can get. So velocity of helium gas is equal to velocity of helium gas, this 2 will cancel. So this 3 kb, this 200 by this 4. This is velocity of what means helium gas. Velocity of helium gas. Next we will go for neon gas velocity. So for neon gas, half mv square half into mass is 20 AMU into velocity square is equal to 3 by 2 kbt. Kb means Boltzmann constant. Temperature is how much given for neon gas in the sense 727 degrees Celsius. Add 273, therefore we will get 1000 Kelvin. It is for neon gas. So velocity is equal to this 2 will cancel. So square root of 3 kb into 1000 by 20. This is a velocity of what means neon gas. Okay. Now we will compare which one in the sense wavelength we will compare. De Broglie wavelength of helium gas is m times that of de Broglie wavelength of neon. So de Broglie wavelength of now de Broglie wavelength of helium is m times that of de Broglie wavelength of neon. Okay, de Broglie wavelength means h by mb is equal to m into h by mb. H by mb. This h we can cancel. Now m and m we will substitute, v also will substitute. Therefore so 1 by mass of helium is how much means 4 AMU. Then velocity of helium. Velocity of helium we got here, that is 3 kb into 200 by 4. 3 kb into 200 by 4 root. Okay, so square root of 3 kb into 200 by what we said by 4, sorry, is equal to capital M into 1 by mass of neon, that is 20 AMU into velocity of neon, that is 3 kb into 1000 by 20. So from this we can calculate this m. We can calculate this m. We can find it. So we are getting m. M is equal to how much in the sense 5. So next question, we will go to next question. The Schrodinger wave equation for hydrogen atom. The Schrodinger wave equation for hydrogen atom is psi of 2s. Psi of 2s is equal to 1 by 4 into 2 pi power 1 by 2 into 1 by a naught power 1 by 2, 1 by a naught power 1 by 2 into 2 minus r by a naught, r by a naught into e power minus r by 2 a naught, e power minus r by 2 a naught, where a naught is Bohr's radius, where a naught is Bohr's radius, where a naught is Bohr's radius. Let the radial node in 2s be, let the radial node in 2s be at r naught, at r naught. Then find r naught in terms of a naught. Then find r naught in terms of a naught, in terms of a naught. Sir, now here they are saying about a radial node. Radial node means chi square is equal to 0. Radial node in the sense chi square is equal to 0. Therefore square it. So chi square is equal to this is square. Okay. So we are squaring on both sides. So chi square is equal to 0. We know chi square is equal to 0 in the sense we can say that 2 minus r by a naught whole square is equal to 0. We can say, isn't it? Chi square is equal to 0 because radial node given. Radial node means at which chi square is 0. Therefore square on both sides and substitute chi square is equal to 0. Then we can get 2 minus r by a naught is equal to square is equal to 0. Therefore 2 minus r. R means when the chi square is 0. Chi square is 0 at when? At radial node. At radial node means we have to take r naught. Therefore r naught will take by a naught is equal to 0. Therefore r naught is equal to how much? 2 a naught. R naught is equal to how much in the sense 2 a naught we can say. Next question. We'll go to next question. The wavelength corresponding to maximum energy for hydrogen. Maximum energy for hydrogen is 91.2 nanometer. Find the corresponding wavelength for He plus ion. Okay. So now the wavelength corresponding to maximum energy for hydrogen is 91.2 nanometer. 91.2 nanometer means it is in ultraviolet region. Ultraviolet region means it is Lyman series. Lyman series means lower level is 1. Maximum energy. Now they are saying that maximum energy means higher level is infinity. Therefore, now first we will see for this line. This one we will see. So 1 by lambda is equal to what we can say RH into Z square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Okay. So here what is given in the sense wavelength is given. Find the corresponding wavelength for helium ion they are asking. Okay. This is for hydrogen. Here also hydrogen. Now 1 by wavelength for helium ion is equal to same formula we can say RH into Z for helium ion into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Now let us divide both 1 and 2. 1 and 2 you divide it 1 by 2. Okay. Corresponding wavelength they said. Corresponding wavelength means corresponding transition. Therefore this and this cancels. RH and RH get cancelled. Therefore 1 by wavelength of hydrogen by 1 by wavelength of helium ion is equal to Z for hydrogen by Z for helium ion. Therefore this we can write it as a now wavelength of helium ion by wavelength of hydrogen is equal to atomic number of hydrogen by atomic number of helium ion square. We said. Okay. So now we will substitute the values and we will get wavelength of helium ion. So wavelength of helium ion